Seriously? Dumping these reports on me out of nowhere? I was hoping I could go home early today. And this is all basic stuff that a rookie could handle. It might tire me out a bit. But whatever, that's what caffeine is for. Where are they sitting? Hey, newbie. How's your first week going? Great. I was hoping you could help me out with something. It's just a little thing. The boss wanted me to go over these reports, but I'm kinda swamped with other stuff. You know, what with that thing coming up? So I was wondering if you'd be willing to do me a solid and take care of it for me. Huh? You can't? What? It's mostly just reading and checking for errors. Besides, what better way to learn than by doing? For real? What if I show you how to do the first one and you handle the rest? You really won't? Oh, that's too bad. Well, no worries. See ya. What the hell was that? Since when can someone say no to me when I turn on the charm? No, this has gotta be a fluke. No one can resist me. Now I'm tired and I have to work. Damn it. Hey, newbie. I need your help with something. It won't take long. Boss's orders. Gotta organize the storeroom. Yeah, it's a real mess. Gonna take both of us. Just save your work and we'll be done before lunch, hopefully. Great. Come on. You know, I'm glad we're getting the chance to work together like this. Oh, yes, really, I am. I was worried we got off on the wrong foot. Well, see, I was talking to some of our coworkers, and they said I might have come across as demanding. You can say it, I won't be mad. I was trying to hand you smaller projects to get you more used to the business, but I feel like you saw it as me trying to pass off work. Rest assured, I know the ins and outs. Those things wouldn't be much effort for me at all. But I can see how it would be difficult for you. And then asking you to hang out, you probably felt like I was sticking my nose in. But I've done a bit of soul searching, and I think I can see your perspective now. No, I understand. I'm just so friendly with everyone, and it's been so long since we had a new face in the office. It is good to have strong boundaries, but I really do hope we can be friends. And hey, maybe we'll get to know each other while we're here. Exhausting. Where to start? How about with this? Keep your voice down. I've got a couple of questions to ask. Such as, who the hell do you think you are? Everyone, and I do mean everyone, listens to what I have to say when I turn the charm on. It's been that way my entire life. But you, refusing to do what I ask, ignoring me like I'm not even there, turning me down when I asked you out, no one can refuse me. But you, what the hell are you? You don't seem to understand. This isn't just a social magnetism that you're ignoring. If it were as simple as that, I wouldn't be so pissed. No, this is an ability, a power. Anyone I charm does what I ask without question. Of course not. I'm not mind-controlling the whole office. It does take energy for me to do this. And that's why I'm so tired of wasting energy on trying to charm you. That entire conversation we just had, exhausting, and I got nothing out of it. What the hell do you have going on that makes you immune? What? I'm not a witch. Well, maybe. How should I know? This is the one thing I can do. I'm not out here hexing people. Look, I'm not interested in ruling over people or gaining absurd amounts of power. That'd put way too much attention on me. I just want my job to be a little bit easier and pay me better. I think that's pretty reasonable. A charm to get someone else to do the boring parts of my job here, a chat with the boss to get a raise there. It was all going fine. But then you show up and totally throw me off my game. What I want you to do about it is stop doing the thing that keeps you from being charmed by me. Then tell me what it is that's doing it. Are you under some kind of protective spell? Are you secretly wearing a magic amulet? What is it? You don't know. Sure. Are you just super willful then? Nobody can tell you what to do? You're so tough, is that it? Just me. What are you saying? What the hell? So you're a pushover for everyone but me? It sure sounds like it. Interesting. No, not really. It's infuriating. Everything else in my life is neatly proceeding as planned, and here's a thumbtack in my carpet. Yes, that is all you are. Small, annoying, and painful. But eventually, I'll find a way to deal with you. Maybe. Getting you fired wouldn't be hard. Hell, depending on what I told the boss, I could get you blacklisted from the entire industry. Honestly? Probably more trouble than it's worth. For now, stay out of my way. And stop bad-mouthing me. It won't matter in the long run, but everyone coming up to me with concerns about how the newbie isn't getting along with me is annoying. Everyone here sees me as a perfect, pleasant coworker, and you're not going to ruin that for me. Oh yeah, I told the boss that you'd handle organizing the storeroom. I mean, I guess I could stay to help, if you want. Whatever. I may not be able to manipulate you, but that doesn't change the fact that I'm the one in charge here. Have fun. Oh, Erica, good morning. Me? No, I'm not sick. Just tired. Haven't been sleeping well, I'm afraid. I'm sure it's just the weather. Oh, no, I couldn't possibly take a day off just because of that. I'm needed here. And there's a few things I have to take care of. Aw, you're so sweet. Actually, while I have you, I was supposed to figure out the budget for this project, but I don't think I can handle it like this. Would you be willing to take care of it? Oh, thank you so much. Oh? You're super busy today already. Actually, instead of squeezing it into your busy schedule, how about you hand it to the newbie? Yeah, they need to start working on stuff like that eventually. If you could just tell them to do it, I'd really appreciate it. Great. Just don't tell them it was from me. They, really don't like listening to me for some reason. Honestly, I think they've got a bit of a defiant personality. Like, I can appreciate being headstrong, but if they can't be a team player, they might not last long here. Growing pains. You know, that's probably it. It's hard to start a new job. Still, though, I think they'd be more receptive if it was coming from you and not me. Thanks so much. We'll talk later, okay? A pushover for everyone else, huh? Then I'll just have to use proxies. Have fun with your extra work, loser. Serves them right for making me lose sleep over this. I need coffee. Hey, Erica, did you want to go to lunch with me? Working through it? On what? The budget thing? I thought you were passing that to the newbie. They said no. Seriously? Do they usually do that? This is the first time they've said no to you. Huh. So weird. Just send what you have so far back to me. I'll handle the rest. Of course. I'm not about to eat by myself. Email it to me and I'll meet you in the lunchroom. That little worm. Did they know the order was coming from me? No, there's no way. It's not like they could have been eavesdropping, and Erica certainly wouldn't have told them. What is going on here? Are they just instinctually refusing my requests? That can't be. I need to try again. I'll talk to Dave after lunch. Boss, you wanted to see me? Sure, I'll have a seat. Is it those reports from... Oh? Work passing? What do you mean? A complaint from the newbie? That's surprising. I thought things were going well for them. They kept getting asked to do my work today. I'm sorry? Really? Erica, Sean, and Dave? I had no idea they were planning to do that. No, I have not been passing off my work. At least, I didn't ask them to take it on for me. Well, I didn't get great sleep last night, and as much as I hate to admit it, everyone could tell. So those three offered to take on some work for me, just for the day. Yes, that's what happened. I thought they were all just being nice. But passing it all off to the new employee, they kind of ganged up on them. Oh, but I'm sure they didn't realize. They probably all got busy with their own stuff and thought the newbie could help them out. Yes, I honestly think it was bad timing. But they really didn't agree to help any of them? I see. Can I make a suggestion? I think they should be moved to a different area of the company. I know it might sound extreme since they just got here, but I just don't think they're fitting in. And I'm sure it's not their fault, but I think of our little section like family. And if someone's not being a team player, then that can shatter group cohesion. Not to mention, It's been so long since we had a new hire that I don't think we know how to handle it. Well, we've all been trying to show them the ropes, and it's just not clicking. They keep turning down any opportunity to learn. I think moving them to another section would be for the best. Ultimately, it is your decision. You're the boss, after all. Thank you so much for listening to me. I know it's not an easy decision to make, but I think we'll all be better off for it. Today's the day that things go back to normal. No more of that little rat running around my section. I was finally able to get some good sleep, too. And with all the charming I did yesterday, I needed it. Wait, what? What are you still doing here? Cleaning out your desk? What? But I saw you going into the boss's office yesterday. You were supposed to be moved to a different department. You convinced the boss otherwise? You little... How? That doesn't make any sense. That's never... And how did you know that work from yesterday was mine? You didn't? Then why did you refuse to do it? You just wanted to say no. You are infuriating. No, I will find a way to deal with you. Don't give me that look. You've got your own work to do at least, right? Get back to it then. I'll come up with something. I'll fix this, I'll fix it. Won't even be hard, I'll just fix it. Huh? Oh, hey, Erica. You heading out? I wasn't saying anything, just... Well, I'm feeling a little stressed lately. You know, office politics have me doubting my place here. Oh, thank you. I know you've got my back. But I still feel the need to prove myself after all the rumors going around the office. Yeah, volunteering for overtime is part of that. I just want to show everyone that I'm willing to put the work in and that I know what I'm doing. Thank you. I'm so happy to know you're in my corner. Oh, I know. Newbie's working late too. No way. Just because we don't get along doesn't mean I can't be around them. Those complaints they had about me were problematic, but we both know it was just a misunderstanding. I'm pretty sure they're working on different stuff tonight anyway, so we shouldn't even run into each other. I mean, just to be safe, I would like to know where they are so I can avoid that area. Oh, really? Erica, you are a treasure, I swear. Yeah, thanks so much. Have a good evening, hon. Well, that'll save me some time. Hey, newbie. Oh, I just wanted to talk. We hear so much about each other, but we almost never get to talk, you know? And now here we are, having overtime on the exact same evening. I could not miss this opportunity. Oh, don't worry. I already finished my work. I was just about to head home, actually. I'm not used to working so efficiently, but I had to make sure everything was done before you left. I just wanted to clear the air, that's all. We can talk, like adults. Or will you tell our coworkers that I'm picking on you? I gotta admit, you're getting to me. Yes, really. My entire life, people have listened to me, done what I asked, and still seen me as a lovely person to be around. And then you don't listen. And maybe that would have been fine, if you weren't also killing my image. You know what you did. Whining to the boss that I'm getting people to hand off work to you, telling our coworkers that I'm demanding, making me look like a control freak. You know what? Maybe I am. And now that you're trying to ruin my control, I'm starting to slip. The past few weeks have been a nightmare. Charming people is just barely keeping me from an HR meeting. Everyone still listens to me, but now they're starting to look at me like they don't trust me, like they know something's wrong when they blindly agree with me. And I know that's your fault. Nothing like that ever happened before you. Thrown off my game is an understatement. Honestly, I usually don't care about other people. Why should I? It doesn't matter if they like me. If I make them do enough things for me, they'll just assume they do. They don't think that deeply about it. And I don't think deeply about them. But you... I can't stop thinking about you. Yeah, well, I guess it's not surprising, is it? The one person I can't trick into liking me. The person ruining that trick for everyone else. You even somehow managed to resist me when I ask other people to make you do things. Guess you've lost your reputation as the office pushover because of that. It feels like I'm trapped. Yes, it does. Every move I make, every ploy I try, makes you look better and me look worse. You're right. I could just leave you alone. But let's say there was a fly in your house. It's not buzzing around your head, but it's there, in your home. It's not supposed to be there. It's interrupting the calm tranquility of your home with its mere existence. You'd hate that, wouldn't you? Wouldn't you want to get rid of it? No, I'm not crazy. You don't have to swat a fly to get rid of it. Maybe you'll just catch it in a cup and release it outside, and then it's not your problem anymore. True, it's becoming harder and harder to get you fired, but that isn't what I want. There's something about you. You infuriate me, but you also fascinate me. The only person I can't control. Of course I'd get obsessed with you. It's only human nature to want what you can't have. Oh, please, of course I'm human. And even if I wasn't, would it matter? The point is, I want you out of my office. But not out of my sight. You know, I'm still a little bitter about you turning me down. No one's ever rejected me before. And you know, there are other ways to control someone, make them do what you want. Exactly. People will do all sorts of things for love. That was more or less my last hope. Or should I say, it is. No, there's no way I could make you fall for me. Like this, anyway. There is one more thing you can do with a fly in your house. You can catch it and keep it. like a pet. I want to keep you. See if you can really keep refusing me. I might not be so easy to resist when I'm all there is. Maybe I am crazy now. Whose fault is that? Now come here. Shh. Shh. That's it. Just breathe it in. No more fighting me. Good. Good. Go to sleep. It'll all be sorted when you wake up. Oh, perfect. Good morning, newbie. That doesn't feel right here. How about pet? Whoa, good reaction time for just waking up. You almost got me. Hey, don't be so cranky. At least you got a good night's sleep. If there's one thing I hate about you, it's what you did to my sleep schedule. But at the same time, those sleepless nights gave me a chance to put all this together. It was so much easier to go through with it when I knew I had everything prepared. Pretty obvious where you are. My place? I guess I shouldn't blame you for being so slow on the uptake after what I did to you. Yes, I kidnapped you. Ugh, so noisy. Alright, let it out. You done? Sorry, but I already tested this. We're in a basement, and even though my soundproofing is pretty rudimentary, no one is gonna hear you. Why? Don't tell me I gave you memory loss. Actually, that could be useful. Yeah, that's what I said. I don't think I could have been more clear. I want to control you. But since I can't do that by charming you, I've got to do it the old-fashioned way. I meant by making you love me, but the kidnapping is a necessary part of that. What else was I supposed to do? You turned me down. I'm pretty sure you hate me. See? And it's not like I could have worn you down. We don't work closely enough. Plus, there's that whole innately wanting to refuse me thing. I've never fully understood how my power works, but maybe you've got the opposite ability? Although the power to refuse me specifically doesn't seem useful. In fact, it'd be the reason why you're here. Evolutionary disadvantage, maybe. I sure hope you don't have any abilities. Would make this a lot harder. I'm just speculating. This'll probably take a while, and it'll take longer if you're telepathic or something. Getting you to love me, of course. It'll take time, and I'm willing to be patient. As long as you're here, nothing can go wrong. And that's very reassuring. Okay, considering your position, I think you know I took rejection that badly. Am I in love with you? No? I mean, that's a bit of an awkward question. We've only known each other for, what, a month? Sure, I can't stop thinking about you and I'm so obsessed I can't sleep. But that doesn't mean I'm in love with you. And this isn't about me loving you. It's about making you love me. That's what matters here. It's the only way to get you to listen to me. How long was I planning this? A couple weeks. At least that's how long I was physically putting this room together. Really, it was the only thing that made it so I could survive the hell you put me through at work. Just knowing eventually you'd be here. Under control. I didn't totally plan to have you here so soon, but you got to me. Just like you always do. But it's all okay now. You're here. Let me give you the tour. Very astute of you, but there are some things you should know about this room. 1. The bed. Very comfy and cozy. You're welcome. 2. The chain connected to the bed, and your ankle. Gives you a bit of leeway to walk around. Again, you're welcome. But not enough that you can straight up ambush me when I walk in. Don't worry, the cuff is padded. It's not going to leave marks on you. Again, you're welcome. This entire setup was so difficult to get everything for. Now, you might have noticed the television. Oh my god, no! I'm not going to make you watch snuff films. Why would I do that? I'm not crazy. Okay, fair, but I'm not a murderer. Or a murder watcher. You've seen too many horror movies. Oh, please, it is not like you're in one. You're chained to a nice bed in my finished basement, and the literal worst thing I did to you was make you huff some chemicals. It's not like I'm Jigsaw. My house is really nice, and I would prefer you don't compare it to a torture dungeon. Charming doesn't just get people to do busy work for me. It can also be useful for getting good deals. Like on a house. Yeah, I probably wouldn't have been able to pull it off if they'd used a realtor, but I got lucky on a private sale. Anyway, the TV. That's hooked up to satellite, but not streaming. I'm sorry, but I didn't want to risk you having any access to the internet, you know? If there are any shows you want to binge, I can bring you, like, a USB stick with them on it or something. Why? Well, I have to keep you entertained somehow. I know it might be more efficient to just let you rot in silence down here, but you know I'm not one for efficiency. There's no need to resort to that. For now, anyway. My plan? That's simple. Oh, crap, I do not have time to explain that right now. I need to leave soon. Any questions before I head out? Oh, your phone? Don't worry, I wasn't dumb enough to bring it with me. No GPS tracking to lead anyone here. I left it back at the office. And I took the time to delete that recording you made of our conversation. Don't look so surprised. You really weren't being subtle by grabbing it and frantically tapping around the second I started talking to you. Bet you were hoping it would get me fired, right? Hey, don't feel bad. If I'd been smarter, I would have figured out how to get you to like me without all this. We both have some regrets, but it's all gonna be okay. Anyway, you just relax here for the day and I'll explain the rest when I get back. Unfortunately, I have to go to work even though I was up all night. Well, duh. If we both don't show up today, it's gonna look suspicious. But don't worry about me. I made coffee ahead of time, so I'll arrive looking as perfect as ever. Oh, I know. You hate me and you're oh so mad. That'll change. Have a good day, pet. I'm back. What, no TV? Did I not tell you how to work the remote? Oh, I knew I forgot something. You were at least able to reach the bathroom, right? Too distracting. Oh, from you trying to escape? Yeah, you were thinking, I bet. Is that why this place is looking disheveled like you tried to play escape room in here? You're not as good at cleaning up as you think you are. Again, you assume the worst of me. I'm not about to punish you, whatever that means. I knew you'd try to escape, that's why I made it so you couldn't. You didn't actually get out, so there's no problem. See, this is exactly why I'm so thrilled to have you here. You can't mess things up anymore. Oh, right. There were some questions about where you were at work. But once they found your phone, the boss assumed you were just sick but couldn't call in because you forgot your phone at the office. Did you have an airhead reputation I didn't hear about? They might get suspicious tomorrow, but not of me. And I've got Erica to vouch that I was specifically avoiding the area you worked in last night. So I've got something of an alibi at least. And even if anybody questions me, well, you know that whole story. I actually don't know. I've never committed a crime before. Why would I? If I want something, I can just get someone else to get it for me. Boring? No, it's an easy way to live my life. Boring and easy aren't the same thing. If they were, I probably would have been excited to meet you. Although I can't deny this is pretty thrilling. Kidnapping you, trying to figure you out like a puzzle. You really are an enigma to me. I've never been this interested in another person. So, if it makes you feel any better, you're pretty special. But you're also really mean. Wow. Not gonna dignify that with a response. Is the one-bedroom apartment I'm sure you lived in so much nicer than this that you're desperate to go home? A studio? Seriously? You should feel right at home then. What? No, of course I don't know where you live. I'm not a stalker. Besides, imagine if someone saw me near your place. Talk about suspicious. Anyway, now that I'm done work for today, and I'm not at risk of being arrested like you hoped, how about we spend some quality time together? Yeah, I figured you'd say that. But you don't have a choice. Can't very well make you fall in love with me if I'm not here. Ooh, absence makes the heart grow fonder. Good try, but you have to actually be fond first. So we are gonna have to get to know each other. You already know enough about me. Well then how about I get to know you? I'm dying to know what your limitations are. Not like that. Come on, am I really giving off torture vibes? Don't answer that. I want to do some tests. To see if you really are immune to my ability. At this point, finding out there is a way I can charm you would make this all feel like a waste, but I'm really curious. Say you love me. Harsh, but confirms what I knew. Charming you by talking to you directly doesn't work, and neither does using other people as proxies. Now, read this note. The faster we go through these tests, the sooner it'll be over. And if I can manage a way to charm you, there'd be no more reason to keep you here, so... Good pet. Okay, so written notes don't do anything. Who knew you were capable of such colorful language? You must be my pet. Otherwise, why am I training you? We're not done yet. Here's a little recording I made earlier. Listen closely. Say that you love me. So rude. One more thing. Proximity. Stop fighting me off. Say you love me, and I'll let go. Ow! You little... Damn it. That really hurt. Guess I flew too close to the sun on that one. I just grabbed you a little. You didn't have to headbutt me. No more testing. I'm not surprised, but I wanted to be sure. That's all I could think of for ways to charm you. There really is no easy way to do this. No, I'm not mad. Okay, about the headache I'm going to have for the rest of the night, yes. But not about you resisting me. Not anymore, anyway. It's interesting to have to actually work for something. It's new. I've never had to, I guess, seduce someone before. So it'll be fun figuring that out. Yeah, you'll never love me. We all have to start somewhere. And I'll start with dinner. You must be starving. Even though I see you ate some of the snacks I left for you. It's all stuff I've seen you eat at the office before, so I knew you liked them. But you can't live on snacks. And since you can't cook for yourself in here, I'll have to wow you with some incredible food. Oh, please. As if I'd charm a professional chef to make my meals for me. No. I charmed one to teach me so I could make them myself. It's amazing what you can do when you have a pro guiding you. Oh, no, that's not how I got this room made. The previous owners set it up for their kid. Pretty sweet setup for a teenager with the ensuite bathroom and all. I didn't have much use for it before, but it's perfect for you. Of course, I did have to make alterations to it, but my DIY skills sufficed for that. What do you think of it? Yeah, I know you hate it. Bet you were pissed when you realized you couldn't move the bed, huh? I had a lot of time to think about ways you'd try to escape. A couple of weeks is plenty of time. At least, it is when you aren't sleeping. You know, if being obsessed with you made it difficult for me to sleep, then maybe sleep deprivation would make you obsessed with me. Don't panic. I'm not interested in experimenting with that. Not only is it unlikely, but then I'd have to stay up all night to do it, too. Anyway, I'm gonna go get an ice pack for my head and get started on dinner. How about you actually relax for a bit and watch some TV? Yeah, I do expect you to chill out here. It's not like you'll be leaving anytime soon. Okay, so I feel like we got off on the wrong foot. Regarding what happened yesterday. I mean, I've never kidnapped anyone before, and you're definitely not making this easy. But that's all part of the fun. Everyone's always talking about how fun a good challenge is, and now I get to experience it for myself. And we've got all day to work on this. Yeah, looks like we both forgot today is a holiday. I almost got ready for work before I got the notification on my phone. Lucky break, right? A free day for no one to notice you missing at the office, and a day for me to get closer to you. Emotionally closer. I'm gonna stay out of reach until you chill out a bit. Another reason why it's good I'm off work today. Covering this bruise on my forehead would have been a pain. It's all fine, though. You'll regret it eventually. When you love me, I mean. You'll look back and think, how could I have ever hurt her like that? Well, if you'd hit me any harder, you might have been looking at a permanent stay here. You can't get out if I'm dead. All the more reason you should be glad I'm here and not risking a car accident on the way to work. Or hell, what if I tripped and fell down the stairs while I was bringing you food? I bet you'd feel awful about that. So you'd feel worse about the wasted food. Does that mean you liked it? I know I've only fed you like 2 meals so far, but be honest. Good or not? Now that is some progress. Even a stubborn little pet like you can't deny my skill. And 2 steps back. You've got to stop flying into rages like that. You know, pet can be seen as romantic. I think you'll come to like it. Or I could call you other things if you think it'd help speed things along. Darling, dear, sweetheart, my love. Any of those sound good? You don't want me to call you anything? Not even your name? Dang, I don't even get name privileges. Well, that suits me fine. Pet it is then. We can renegotiate names when you're feeling a bit more agreeable, and we can get started on that by you telling me a bit about yourself. Well, I'm not going to be able to learn your preferences if you don't say anything. Your preferences in general, not how you'd prefer to be somewhere else. Let's start with your favorite color. Okay, favorite movies? Anything you want to talk about there? Any family members I should worry about seeking vengeance? No, I don't know any of that. I told you, I'm not a stalker. You don't have any public social media pages. You don't even have a LinkedIn. Hey, I tried. At least tell me something you're a fan of. Okay, not to lift the veil too much, but I did a lot of research on this. There's loads of information out there. Very inconsistent, though. But it was pretty clear how to make you more accepting of this situation. No. Stockholm Syndrome and its effects are greatly exaggerated. I mean, the guy who came up with the term didn't even speak to the woman he diagnosed with it. I'm not going to get anywhere by treating you poorly, so I need to know what you like. Is there any chance you could forget about that? I mean, we were running tests. That shouldn't have any bearing on our real relationship. Absolutely brutal. But I'm not giving up. It's only been a day after all. And can you really say this has been all bad? Okay, sure, you're being held against your will. But hey, free vacation. Workaholic much? If you'd spent a few more years in that office, you'd be leaving early every chance you got. You like to keep busy. Now that's something. Anything else you like to do? Don't stop now. I feel like we were getting somewhere. Fine. I'll just have to work with that for now. You know, this would be a lot easier for both of us if you could at least try. Yeah, well, your instincts are a pain. Can't you just ignore them and try to get along with me? Too late for that. I guess that'll do for now. I'll give you a little break. See you soon. I'm back. Oh, you're sleeping. Hello? You're not just pretending so you can ambush me, right? They're a heavy sleeper. I guess they must have been up all night trying to get out. So what? It's their own fault they're tired. It's weird to see them so calm. At work, they're either frazzled or wound up. And here, I don't think I've ever seen anyone be that mad at me. But like this, there's something cute about them. Maybe I never noticed because I don't usually see them up close. Or maybe I wasn't really looking at them. Oh. Good morning, sleepyhead. Have a good nap? Would you believe me if I said you were calling my name in your sleep? Of course not. I came back because I have something for you. Just some puzzle books. And this. If there's anything in particular you want to play on it, just tell me. I got it for myself, but I barely use it. I'm not much of a gamer. I thought you might be bored with just the TV, and you look like someone who plays games and enjoys puzzles and stuff. Things to keep you busy. I think this is what they call enrichment. No, I don't think you'll fall for me over some gifts. But if it makes you happy, then you're more likely to be happy with me. When I was researching things, a lot of the advice said, don't change yourself just to get someone to like you. So I won't. But I can change what I do. Not quite. I won't let you out, but I can make your stay more enjoyable. I understand you're going to be difficult for a bit, but I think I can soften you up with this. I'm still going to try. It's all part of the challenge. Why are we doing what? Well, they say playing games together is a good way to deepen your relationship. I told you, I'm not super into video games, so board games will have to do. And I think you're having an alright time wrecking me in Scrabble. You're just getting lucky with the letters, I swear. There's only so much I can do with this many E's. Good for me to lose occasionally. Do you really think I charm people just to win games like this? Maybe a few times. In certain cases. But obviously the more you win, the less people like it. So I have to use my ability sparingly. That was how I normally used it at work. Not holding a grudge. But you did make things difficult for me. It's slowly beginning to turn around, and I've had to take on a few tasks I wasn't quite happy with, but it'll all be worth it to get things back to normal. Oh, that was your angle. Well, at least indulge me in a conversation before talking about what you want. It's called being polite. Such a sour face. Oh, you have a question about me? Something pique your curiosity? What do you mean, what's with my name? What's wrong with my name? Now I think you're just trying to get under my skin. It's a lovely name. My parents didn't name me Tiffany. I named myself that. Because it's a nice name and I like it, obviously. No taste at all. I changed it when I was 10, actually. My parents aren't immune to my ability, you know. It wasn't the first time I'd tried to use it for such a major thing, but it was the first time it really worked. As I'm sure you've figured out by now, charming people doesn't last forever. Typically, I have to be face to face to make someone do something, and usually that's enough. They'll remember they agreed to it and do it. The social expectation is all it takes to get them to follow through. They like me and they promise they'd do as I asked. It's that simple. But bigger requests are more complicated, especially if they involve multiple people. See, you're getting it. Yes, like with my house. If I tried to charm a realtor for a good deal, it wouldn't have worked, because the owners of the house would just reject the offer when it got to them. But because the owner talked to me directly, I was able to settle it much more easily. As a child, I learned pretty quickly that using my ability didn't mean I'd always get what I wanted. What makes you think I'd ask for that? All right, fine. It's a little stereotypical, but I did ask for a pony. There was some back and forth at first as I tried to see how far I could push my power, but obviously my parents didn't get me a pony. I know you're being sarcastic, but it was a failure that taught me something important. I can't rely on my ability for everything. And sometimes it's good to start small. I was able to scale it down to horseback riding lessons, and that was much easier to get. And through that, I found out that I don't care much for horses anyway. So it all worked out in the end. What can I say? Things usually turn out for me. Well, I think this is a perfect example of what happens when they don't. Aside from you, I'm very good at getting people to do what I want, even if it's something big. Yes, exactly like with my name. My first really big win. Ugh. My parents gave me a name I don't care to remember. Common, boring, easily misspelled. I hated it. It didn't suit me at all. Yes, of course Tiffany does. It sounds so fancy. Regal, even. What? I don't know what you're talking about. You can't prove that I've seen that show. I mean... fine, all right. I got the name from a cartoon character. But it doesn't matter. The name fits like a glove. If it didn't, I would have just changed it again. It wasn't easy. I mean, with my parents, getting everyone at school to call me Tiffany was. Children love making up names for themselves and their friends. And I was popular, of course. That was the first step. I started calling myself Tiffany, so did my friends, so did everyone around the neighborhood, and my parents weren't happy about it at first. They claim they put a lot of thought into my old name. But that didn't matter to me. I didn't want it. Oh, please, I was a spoiled brat for wanting a pony, not for wanting a name that fit me. It's all about branding, you know. I wouldn't be the person I am today if I weren't Tiffany. Now that's just mean. But I guess you would say that. If I hadn't managed it, I might actually doubt myself on occasion. It took a few months of wearing my parents down, making them believe that they really did think changing my name would be good for me, plus a bit of charming while they signed the paperwork to push it over the edge, and voila, I was Tiffany. I don't know if they regretted it after. Does it matter? It was my decision, and I'm very happy with it. Really? What name do you think would suit me better? Wow, rude. But less mean than I expected. Maybe you are warming up to me. Of course not. Ooh, good question. What would happen if I requested something impossible? I think I'll keep that to myself for now. Well, if I tell you everything right away, then we'll run out of stuff to talk about. Now, how about we finish this game up, Oh, did I forget something? Oh, right. Is anyone looking for you? Oh, fine. Since you were so talkative today, I guess I can tell you. Someone called your emergency contact who didn't know where you were, and they may or may not have reported you missing. I'm not in on the details, and asking would only make me look suspicious, as I'm sure you can imagine. I'll let you know if you make the news. I doubt it. People go missing every day, after all. Now, let's continue the game. Maybe I can still sneak a win. Dinner time. What are you doing? Push-ups? What is this, prison? And here I thought you were going to be nice today. At least you lasted longer than usual. Here's your dinner, even though you hardly deserve it. So, do you do this a lot? I wasn't going to try to stop you. I can't always be here to babysit you. Some of us have jobs, you know. I was more asking if you've always exercised, like before now. You don't seem very physically fit, no offense. See, this is why preparation pays off. You never know if you're going to have to fight off a kidnapper until it happens. But at least you're being active now. Keeps the mind sharp. Or so I've heard. Me? Well, let's not make this a competition, but I'm sure I could outlift you. Although, I admit I'm not the strongest. To be fair, if I was kidnapped, it wouldn't be hard to charm my way out of it. What if I were kidnapped by someone like you? Now that's an interesting role reversal. What would it have taken for you to kidnap me? Oh, so mean. Why wouldn't you want to spend more time with me? How did I get you here if I'm not very strong? I'm strong enough, thank you. And I put you on one of those carts we have for moving boxes around the office and wheeled you out. Getting you into my car was no easy feat, but I managed. My computer chair worked for getting you to the house. That's an old trick I learned from my dad. No, he never kidnapped anyone. But he did have to transport a few drunk buddies in college. Kind of the same thing. Yeah, don't ask how I got you into the basement. All you need to know is that I didn't hit your head on anything. No. It came close, but no. Anyway, are you working out so you can escape, or is it just a time waster? Naturally. If you could just punch the door down, that'd make it much easier, even though you can't reach it. Oh? True. I guess you don't have much room to exercise, what with the chain. What would you have me do about it? Yeah, no. Come on, you knew I wouldn't take it off. You've made some progress, but not that much. Oh, don't deny it. I think you're even starting to like playing games with me. Then at least I'm having fun. After this is all over, we should set up a board game night or something. I couldn't do that now. I've got you to look after. Huh? With my friends. Well... Of course I've had friends. I have friends now. Well, as much friends as coworkers can be. I mean, making friends is pretty easy when you're me. Too easy. What? Why would I bother trying to make friends without using my ability? A genuine connection. Is that what we have? Genuine hatred. Is that really true? I know it'd be foolish to think you care for me after just a few weeks. But you do seem to have settled in here. Almost like you've accepted it. Saving your energy. Yeah, that's a good idea. Tiring yourself out with failed escape attempts will only leave you frustrated. But I don't think that's all. You didn't notice? I'm pretty close to you right now. And you're not even tense. Tired from your workout. Of course. Maybe I should feed you myself then. Oh, come on, it'll be cute. Here, say ah. Or just grab the fork out of my hand, that works too. Aw. Is someone embarrassed? Of course. Just out of breath from the workout. Better eat the rest before it gets cold. I wonder, what were you doing before all this? I mean, your last job. I wouldn't say you were incompetent at the office, but you sure looked uncomfortable. Or was that just because I was around? What? That's like a completely different line of work. How did you end up at the office? Oh, a little bit of nepotism then. I know I shouldn't be judging, but I don't suppose anyone knew you were related to the guy interviewing you. Ooh, scandalous. Oh no, I don't think you were unqualified. It's just funny that we both manipulate things. In our own ways. You're pretty clever. That's a genuine compliment. Though you're not clever enough to keep food off your face. Come here, I'll get it. There. It won't do to have you all messy. Your skin is soft. But your face is awfully warm. Oh, did I startle you? Too close. Didn't seem like you minded. You know, I'd hate to inflate my own ego, but... Well, maybe, but it seems like you don't hate this as much as you say you do. What makes me think that? Well, you letting me touch you for one. But you also seem calmer. At work you were always rushing around, busy. But here, you're practically forced to relax. Isn't this so much nicer than the hustle and bustle of work? Being taken care of, not having to worry about the outside world. You've even got companionship. It's pretty obvious you didn't have that kind of relationship with anyone before either. But that can change. I want you to fall in love with me, remember? And your compliance won't go unrewarded. Just ignore that voice in your head telling you to refuse me. Things could be so much sweeter if you just do as I say. Guess it's still too soon. Never say never, pet. You hesitated. Sure. Well, I'll go clean up your plate for now. I'll be back later. Pick out a game for us to play, okay? Unless you'd rather play with... Okay. Take all the time you need. Maybe I can sneak away early today. Might as well finish this. Then tomorrow I can... Oh, hey, Erica. How are things? Oh, yeah, I heard. I can't believe it's already been 3 months. Like, where could they have run off to? No, I'm still not ready to call it foul play. That's just unthinkable. And they're at the perfect age for a crisis like that. They'll probably come back. Well, a lot of young people get started working in office jobs and can't handle it. And some people do more extreme things about it than others. But I don't blame them. It's just unfortunate. No, I still think it was a good idea to put up a missing poster outside the building. They have people that care about them, and they deserve closure, Oh, they're up around town, too? I didn't notice. I've kind of been going straight home after work a lot recently. I just haven't been out much. I know, but don't worry, I'm not being antisocial. In fact, I've kind of started a new relationship. I mean, it's not official. We spend so much time together, but they won't admit they like me, as though I can't see it. It's a bit childish. Do I like them? They've certainly grown on me. How do we meet? Hold that thought. I just realized I don't really have time to be chatting. I have to get this done by the end of the day. Yeah, sorry. We'll talk later, okay? Whew. Hello? What, no welcome home? I suppose I'll take a hey. What are you... Oh, you're watching this? Have you seen it before? Ooh, a marathon? Nice. That really is the best way to watch it. Don't worry, I won't spoil anything. But I do want to see your reactions. At least to this episode. Well, after the ads... If you want to watch the rest of it faster, the USB stick offer is still on the table. Can I be honest with you? Right, guess it doesn't matter if I am. I actually don't use any streaming services. The part about not wanting to give you internet access was true, though. Well, I'm already paying for TV and anything else can be torrented. Why bother? What? Oh, come on. Piracy is hardly a crime. In the context of the things I've done, I don't think that's what I'd do time for. And with the way things are going, I likely won't do any at all. I told you I'd let you know if there were any updates, didn't I? There are missing person posters up in places other than by the office. Is that really groundbreaking information? You know, I hate to give you bad news, but you don't really seem to be high priority. The police haven't even questioned anyone. Now, what would make you think that I like telling you nobody suspects you're here? Sure, it sort of helps me, but it makes you look so sad. Oh, pray tell, what would make you less sad? Sorry, no can do. But good try. Letting you go outside is still a ways off. But maybe not if you warm up to me. What's the plan if you start to love me? Why do you ask? All right. Of course I've thought that far ahead. But telling you isn't exactly advantageous to me. Will I let you go? Will you even want to leave is the real question. True. Love doesn't mean you'll enjoy being here, even if you've taken to it awfully well. Really? Every time I come in here, you're completely relaxed, playing some game, watching a show, doing your puzzles. Sometimes you even look happy to see me. That's another sign you've changed. The lack of violent outbursts when I say something you disagree with. Or could it be that you don't completely disagree anymore? It's almost cute the way you look so conflicted about it. Okay, it's very cute. Would it be bad to admit that I've grown fond of you? You don't have to believe me, but having you here is nice. Something to look forward to after work. Forever. Well, having someone trapped in my basement does kill certain social opportunities. Of course I have people over. On occasion. You know, dinner parties are great for networking. I'm not dodging the question. Ideally, I'd like you to be here. Well, not here. But you know, around. Having you as a stay-at-home spouse would be nice. Are you sure you'd hate it? No more frantic running around the office trying to get everything done. Just taking your time, like you do now, but with more walking room. Oh, come on. Every day you'll get to wake up to me softly kissing your forehead. And every evening, I'll be there to dote on you even more. You get lonely when I'm gone, don't you? What a cute stutter. Should I make it up to you now? I could... Oh, the show's back on. Wouldn't want to miss that. Sorry, I won't ruin the tension. Wait for it. Oh, and here you go leaping into my arms anyway. Not that I mind. That scare got me the first time, too. Oh, you just didn't notice how close I was. Right. You know, we could just cut to the chase and cuddle. I'm more than happy to get closer to you. Ooh, I'll be sure to keep my distance then. I'll still watch, though. You're so much fun to look at. Hey, how's my pretty pet? Oh, sorry. Were you sleeping? Yeah, I just got back. Might have had too much to drink, but hey, a good time is a good time. It's a networking event. It's okay to get a little loose. There are people way more drunk than me there anyway. Of course not. I'm not crazy. Maybe a little bit. But don't worry, I didn't drive. Anyway, we should hang out. Oh, sorry. Do you need me to help you get back to sleep? Oh, but I missed you. It's true. I almost spilled the beans because I was thinking about you so much. It really would have been more fun if I had you to talk to. Yeah, I mean, you did mess things up for me. That's why you're here. But, like, I didn't really know you before. No, I don't regret it, because I got to know you, and we get to hang out all the time and stuff. I know, I'm the worst. You know, sometimes I think that I should have just let you mess everything up. Yeah, it would have been interesting. No, for sure, in the moment it was absolutely devastating, like my world was crumbling. But now that things are back to normal, I kind of wish I'd just let it happen. I mean, even if I'd been fired, it's not like it'd be hard for me to get a different job. And it's not like I really care about anyone there. If I just let you ruin everything I set up, I know I would have hated it, but it'd be a fresh start. A blank slate. I could rebrand myself as anything I want. A new Tiffany. But if that had happened, we probably never would have even spoken to each other again. You were driven to resist me. You still are. This is the only way I could have had you. See, I've been thinking about that. Maybe knowing there's someone out there who can resist me would have changed me. I might have lived the rest of my life thinking, is this person going to be someone else who can refuse me? Even if it never happened ever again, it might have made me more cautious. That's a good point. Even with you here, it doesn't mean that there's no chance of that ever happening again. Maybe I thought I could keep it from spreading? Well, thoughts can be a virus. Once someone shares a thought with you, now it's a thought you've had. What if you stuck around long enough to give my coworkers the ability to say no to me? But then again, wouldn't that be an interesting change? Maybe. Nobody likes to think that their life is dull, because then you have to wonder if you should be doing more and how. But I guess you're right. My life is pretty boring without you around. Maybe that's why I want you to love me. Control. Yeah, that sounds like what I said. Scooch over. I'm not gonna sleep here, I'm just gonna chill for a sec. Anyway, controlling you might be how it started, but one more person to boss around? Why would I even care about that? Okay, I know changing my mind on this makes me sound like such a bitch, but is it bad that I just like having you here? Right, yeah, kidnapping you makes it bad automatically. So we gotta do the love thing too. I don't think it's been going too bad. I know you're gonna get tired of being on forced vacation eventually, but we're pretty chill, right? I mean, you didn't even roll your eyes when I asked you how you were feeling yesterday. Honey, I notice everything about you. Don't play dumb. See, you didn't even tell me not to call you honey. Come on, just say you love me. I want to be able to let you out of here already. I do. It'll be so cool. We can hang out and go places together. The only fun in my life is locked up in my basement. It's so lame. No. If I let you out, you'll run away. Really? You really love me? Then prove it. How about a kiss? Wait, really? Okay. One more. Wow. Yeah. I'll go get the key in a second. What happened? Where am I? Oh, damn. How did... Good morning? Oh, come on. You've never woken up in the morning next to a beautiful woman? Okay, keep it down. I've got a killer headache. Guess I drank too much. Right, yeah. That's my bad. Although you sure are frantically denying any involvement in me sleeping here. Oh, of course. You ended up cuddling with me in your sleep, naturally. And you didn't think to push me off the bed? Or attack me? What? Come on, you think I'd buy that? Even you'd never say something that transparent to get me to let you go. I really said I would, huh? I admit I was pretty drunk last night, but what could have happened to make me agree to that? Well, what's with that look? Did we... No, we're still clothed, so it's definitely not that. Did you say you love me? Did you? Could it be? Oh, don't tell me to go away now. It's just getting good. How about I give you a different reward to encourage you to say it again? Really? Now you shove me off the bed? You're being awfully stubborn. What's the problem after spending the night together? Morning breath? What? Oh. Yeah. Very funny. I'm gonna go freshen up. We'll continue this discussion later. Nope, we are. You can't get away from me that easily. You should know that by now. That feels good. Barely kept my cool back there. How'd I get so drunk that I don't remember falling asleep in their bed? I wonder if they thought I planned that. Seriously, what happened last night? Did they really say they love me? From their reaction, it seems like it. That's a good sign. I just wish I could remember it. I feel like something important happened. It's like a word right on the tip of my tongue. Well, it's not like I use tongue when We kissed? How the hell did I forget that? Wait, why am I getting so worked up about it? That was always going to happen eventually. I just held off to avoid another headbutting. This is good, right? It felt good. No, it could have been a trick. The memory is so hazy I can't remember if it seemed like one. I'd have to do it again to be sure. If they'll even let me. No, wait, I need to seize the moment. If it was genuine, this might be what I need to push them over the edge. I need to clean up fast. Hey, I'm back. Don't tell me you went back to sleep. I want to talk to you. Hello? I know you can hear me. Don't tell me you're hiding under the covers. Seriously, this is a bit childish. If you won't talk, then at least listen. I know what happened last night. Oh, there you are. Well, that sucks. I was just about to ask you if you wanted to try again. I didn't really expect you to, but it would be nice in order to confirm some things. Can't blame me for wanting to find out if you actually love me. Okay, yeah, you can, but that's not the only reason. I wanted to confirm how I felt. You can call it playing pretend. I'd like to call it that too. There's no benefit to me loving you. I've told you that. But just from having you around, I've gotten more attached. Every time you stutter or try to hide your expression, it doesn't feel like a victory. It feels more like warmth. I don't really understand it myself. It's new. Maybe it's love. Or maybe the joy of being loved? Sorry, I'm a bit inexperienced with this sort of thing. No, it's not like I've been eternally single. I've gone out with people and felt nothing. The attention was nice, but they didn't really mean anything. But you, I'm thrilled you love me. So you did say it. I remembered the kiss and not much else, but thanks for confirming it. So what do you think? I may not be drunk anymore, but you did admit to it. So... Not a chance. You know what? I'm not even mad. Honestly, I find your stubbornness endearing. I guess I am a little bit upset. I really would like to let you out. Does it sound like sarcasm? I know I play around with you a lot and it's fun, but we could have more. I wasn't lying when I said I want you to stay here of your own free will. Can you at least say you tolerate me? You have to. You didn't have to let me kiss you. Be honest. Do you want to try again? No strings attached. We can kiss, and I won't say anything about it. I just want to know if it feels the same. Oh? Nothing. I promised I wouldn't say anything. Come here. Sorry. I thought it might be more interesting if I used tongue this time. How do I feel? I thought you didn't want me to say anything. I liked it. What else is there to say? If you like someone, you like kissing them. Only like... Who's trying to get who to say love here? Well, I think I do. Love you, that is. How can I know for sure? It's not like I've been in love before. If wanting someone to stay with you forever is love, then I'm in love with you. Is that enough for you? Maybe anything you want to say back? Huh? You do? Yeah, I believe it. Wasn't expecting this. Really? That's pretty blunt, but you're right. Everything I've done to you is awful. I've known that for a while. Not that it stopped me. And yet, you'll really forgive me? For all of it? Out of love? I get it. Even after everything I've done, you don't like the thought of being rid of me. I think we're beginning to understand each other. I'm so glad. Of course I am. It feels like I earned this. I actually had to work to get you to love me. It feels like I accomplished something big. No, it's not just a victory. If what I feel for you really is love, then it means so much more. It means our lives can be different. It'll be just like I promised. A calm life together, where you'll always have my companionship. And I'll have yours. Maybe that's what won you over. Being with me comes with all sorts of perks. And of course, you'll never have to worry about anyone getting in the way. So, I'd run myself ragged to keep you. And I can always recharge with you. Why should I stop flirting? It actually works now. If you say so. Well, you're the one in chains, but you've got me pinned. On any other day, I'd think you were trying to pick a fight. What a coincidence. I don't want you leaving either. So let's spend some quality time together. So, can I call you Pet now? I've been pushing my luck this entire time, haven't I? And it paid off. Oh, I'm very pleased with myself. And with you. I think it's time. For what else, silly? I think we can both agree that this is getting in the way. I might have brought the key with me. Call it optimism, or blind hope. Either way, I'm glad I can finally do this. There. Is that better? You know, for a second I thought you might run off. I'm keeping the optimism, but who wouldn't expect something like that after what you've been through? You don't need to reassure me, but I appreciate it. I appreciate you. It's time I showed you how much. I may or may not have prepared some things for you. I had a few months to get ready after all. Come on. Isn't this exciting? Finally, you can see what's beyond this door. You like it? I told you the basement was finished, didn't I? It's such a nice place to chill, but I've barely used it since you got here. If I'm downstairs, I should be with you, right? But now we can enjoy it together. The couch is super comfy, by the way. Don't worry, I know you're eager to get some natural light again. Let's head upstairs. See? I told you my house was nice. Oh, please, do you think I'd keep you in some abandoned lot? I wouldn't be caught dead in a place like that. Besides, how would I make you such delicious meals without a kitchen like this? Fancy, right? Maybe I can teach you a thing or two. Maybe I do want to come home to see my adorable spouse made dinner just to surprise me. Now that things are more certain, I can't help but imagine all the different things we'll get to do together. I would like to do most of the cooking, though. I can be a bit particular about my food, and I just like doing it, you know? It's certainly not the most controlling thing about me, but I think I'll try to stop being that way. For you. Well, that, and I managed to make you love me. That's more impressive than anything my ability can do. I've peaked. Can't promise I won't try to get out of work with it, but I'll save it for when I'm desperate to come home to see you. Wondering about what? What do we tell people? Oh, don't worry, I've had that planned out for a while now. Obviously, I need a good cover for all this. It'll involve a little, or a lot of lies, but people love a good story, you know? And I promise, you'll come out of it looking sympathetic. And if you want to go back to work, I can make that happen. Not that you need to. If you're happy here, I wouldn't make you work. All in good time, darling. Oh, it is nice to call you that. What I'm saying is, we'll have plenty of time to practice how to behave and what to say when you go back into the public. Believe me, the company will look like monsters if they don't rehire you. Well, you're definitely not on payroll anymore. But it doesn't matter, people still talk about you sometimes. They'll be happy to have you back. If you want to go back. I'm not worried about that anymore. You're not going to throw your love under the bus. That was the whole point of this. I won't be asking you to take on my work, though. Not making that mistake again. You know what? Enough talk of work. There's more to see. The bedroom, for one. You should know by now that I love to tease. But I still want you to see it either way. I want you to be familiar with everything here because it's all yours now. It's right over here. A big bed that I'm tired of sleeping in all by myself. I used to think that. It's all mine and I don't have to share. I'm selfish like that. But now, I want to sleep next to you. Even if it means I can't spread out as far. I did get some things ready for you. A second bedside table, a dresser for you, and of course, I made space in the closet for everything else. I know you've just been wearing whatever clothes I brought you, so I'm looking forward to seeing what you'll choose to wear now that you've got free reign. I admit my selections were more based on what I thought would be comfortable, what with you being inside all day. I didn't really get a handle on your fashion sense back in the office. I'm excited to see how you like to dress, and also how well you clean up. Of course you're cute like this, but I have to see you in formal wear someday. We could go out to a fancy restaurant, make a night of it. My imagination is getting away from me again. That has to wait. Right, and so does getting to sleep in this bed with you. There's more I want to show you. By the way, you can be honest if you don't like the decor. I don't really have strong opinions on it, I just went with whatever I thought looked nice in magazines and catalogs. I'm not against redecorating if you want. Honestly, some of this art is... Well, that one by the front door was a gift. But I do mean it. This is our home. It's a place for both of us now. I want you to feel comfortable here. I'm so happy you're staying with me. Is something wrong, dear? Huh? Darling? Wait. No, please come back. No. Please don't leave me. To my love. Just starting this letter feels strange. Calling you my love. I really don't deserve to. But I'm still selfish, so I will. I just loved my little nicknames for you. And I love you. I'm certain of it now. Even after what you did. If you're worried that I'm angry, believe me, I was. Sad, too. But looking back, it seems fitting in a way. I so desperately tried to manipulate you, and in the end, you managed to manipulate me. I know I deserved it, after what I did. To be clear, I'm not mad anymore. I've thought about that moment non-stop since you left, and I saw you hesitate. Maybe I'm reading too much into it, but I like to think that you cared about me, just a little bit. Enough to reconsider escaping. Or maybe you did want to stay, but the sight of freedom was too much to ignore. I don't know. I'm likely just making up stories for my own sake. You probably hesitated because you didn't know if you could get away, right? I think you made the right choice for yourself, though. I hate it, but I know you staying with me would only make me happy. I used to think that's all that mattered. Look what you did to me. Anyway, I'm not going to try to guilt you about it. This is the last you'll hear from me for a while, so I won't waste it complaining. As you've probably heard, I'm on the run. Surely you didn't think I couldn't charm my way out of an arrest. I guess you didn't tell them about my ability. Did you think they wouldn't believe you, or did you want to give me a chance to run? Or the opportunity to dig myself a deeper hole? I did say I wasn't going to use my ability as much anymore. Sorry for lying to you. I didn't expect the peak would immediately become a valley. I doubt I'll be found, but just in case, I'm going into hiding for a while. Give people time to forget. But I know you won't forget. You'll always remember me. I couldn't make you love me, not really. But I've carved my existence into you. A part of me wishes I'd done that literally. Sorry, that's the bad part of me. I know that now. The selfish part. The part that can't stand being denied. The part that still wants to explode at the thought of there being someone I can't control. I thought I'd gotten better, but it was more like I'd calmed down because I'd gotten what I wanted. I'm sure you don't care about that, though. And if I'm lucky, I'll never have to sort this out with a psychiatrist. I'm sure we're both happier not thinking about how my brain works. Anyway, this is all a very long-winded way of saying that you won't be seeing me for quite some time. You can relax knowing that I won't be coming after you. Needless to say, I don't exactly have the resources to keep you anymore, what with being unemployed and on the run. And if you were worried about some violent revenge, don't be. I still have no interest in killing you. I will miss you, though. I'll miss coming home and seeing you, knowing you would always be there. I'll miss cooking for you. I'll miss hanging around with you, even though you hated it. I'll miss being close to you, kissing you. But most of all, I'll miss the future we almost had, even if it was just a fantasy. I'm getting too sentimental. I don't know if I'll be able to keep myself away forever, but I'll try as long as I can, for your sake. I don't know what the future holds. I've never been this uncertain about it before, but in a strange way, I'm excited about it, even if it isn't with you. So, goodbye, darling. Until we meet again. Love, Tiffany. P.S. I saw in the news that you got your old job back. Congratulations. I won't ask you to put in a good word for me to get mine back. Something tells me I'm not getting rehired.